When you're being asked to complete some sort of text, you want to read just the final sentence first to identify what it is that you're focusing on. So it says, it is therefore important to note. Okay, well, I mean, if we just pick up with it is therefore important to note, I'm kind of missing some details here. So let's just highlight this so that we're like, okay, what it is to note, and we're going to read above just that sentence prior. So JL and colleagues point out that outputs of the IPSL atmospheric model of Titan, which track closely to observation in some respects, reflect how the model developers responded to this challenge by prescribing a uniform methane mole fraction for the lowest level of the atmosphere. So they responded to some challenge by setting a uniform fraction for the lowest level. So they're basically kind of removing a variable. So I have that in mind before I go to the beginning and read in full, and I think to myself, okay, it's important to know what is going to be the impact of remaining this variable and sticking to a uniform methane mole fraction that for the lowest level of the atmosphere. So reading from the top, the ratio of methane to other atmospheric constituents, represented by a measure called the methane mole fraction, influences a variety of meteorological phenomena, notably precipitation and humidity. Okay, well, that methane mole fraction I need to know about, so we'll highlight that. And it's the same concept, so I'm going to just keep it in the same color. For Titan, Saturn's largest moon, the observational data that exist are too sparse and discrepant to fully constrain the range of the methane mole fraction at various atmospheric levels. Okay, so the data is just like non-existent. So I'm going to highlight that in blue, and then we know that they address this, lack of data by just setting a uniform standard. So I mean, we basically need an answer choice that says you got to be aware that there's this standard and it could change. So starting with choice A. So it is therefore important to note that some disagreements between the model simulation of Titan's precipitation and humidity and the moon's actual precipitation and humidity are to be expected. Well, yeah, because there was a discrepancy that we just set a standard low-level methane mole fraction that was uniform, but the humidity is not going to, and precipitation is not going to be uniform. So A, if you understand it, should kind of jump off the screen. Then choice B, further observations of Titan may clarify the moon's methane mole fraction sufficiently for the model to employ a single value rather than a range. Well, it wasn't applying a range, it was applying a single value. It was just a uniform for the uniform fraction for the lowest level of the atmosphere. So B is a misinterpretation for that reason. And then choice C, even though the model's outputs sometimes agree with observational data, Titan's real methane mole fraction is likely higher than the methane mole fraction used in the model. Well, we don't know. So, I mean, it might agree, but we don't know that it's likely that the methane mole fraction is lower. It's just the fraction for the lowest level of the atmosphere. So again, that doesn't mean that the fraction itself is low. So just a misinterpretation once more. Then choice D, inconsistencies across the model simulations of Titan's precipitation and humidity could be attributable to variations in the moon's methane mole fraction. Again, there were no variations. We set a uniform fraction in the model. So goodbye to D. Our correct answer, of course, is A.